Hey, Stampers! You're back. And I'm here, Trish Brunkart, your Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, with the first in a series that I'm going to be calling Back to Basics. Now, why I'm not going to take you back to the Stone Age of stamping, I do want to show you some of the techniques that are tried and true. You might have heard of before, you might have even tried, but maybe you stuck it way back in the back of your wheelhouse. So let's talk about one that used to be a favorite of mine that I haven't used in a long time, and it's called masking. Come on in. All right. So, masking is so fun, especially when you have a stamp set like this one. And this is Shark Frenzy. Now, Shark Frenzy, as you can tell, do, will get you singing the Baby Shark song. And I think this is a cute card. You can make a cute card for grandkids and for grandparents to send to grandkids, or grandkids to send to grandparents, or maybe a Mother's or a Father's Day card. But you're going to have to act quick because Baby Shark didn't make the cut and he's on the retirement list. So if you need to get Baby Shark after seeing this demonstration, make sure that you visit me at www.trishbrunkart.stampinup.net and choose April's Hostess code is 4VQWXDCQ. When you do place any order this April, I am giving you a tutorial that's going to blow your mind. Let me give you a sneak peek of what I'm talking about. Some of my good Stampin' friends and I have got together and has got a group of tutorials, probably about a dozen, how to make mini books. And mini books are so much fun. I always wanted to be a mini book maker, but I was always afraid to try. So I hope this sneak peek of just a couple of the books that you can make in this tutorial series will make you a bookmaker in the near future. But here's a little book that I'm going to turn into a Mother's Day card, and it's just made with the Flowers for Every Season card set. This is available on the internet. It was featured only in our beginners brochure. So if you're not a beginner, you might have not even seen this beautiful card set. But it's used to make this cute mini book. And won't my mom be so happy, instead of a card from Hallmark, getting a brag book that will contain a photo of all her beautiful grand and great grandchildren. So that is one project. Here is a bigger version of almost that same project. And this book is made the same way. You'll get all the instructions on how to make it, and it's made with a Memories and More card kit available right now on clearance. Both these kits I'm showing you are available in the not in clearance, but on the sale rack, because they're retiring. And then I added it to it the Flowers for Every Season Memories and More kit with the card kit, so that I could have all these cute little embellishments. But the cards come in one set with envelopes that you can use later to make cards, and then you're just going to use the cards to decorate. But I decided this was a perfect book for baby's first year. You know, everybody's just all the rage on taking a photo of baby every month of his first year. So here's my grandson Trayden, who's now age 6, as a newborn, 1 and 2 months. I'm so proud of him. I just want to show him off. So 3 and 4 months, 5 and 6 months, 7 and 8 months. He just makes you smile, doesn't he? 9 and 10 months, 11 months, and then his 12-month portrait. Now I'm going to use this space right here to personalize the book, giving his statistics at birth and his statistics at 1 year. And also, I will be writing him a little note to tell him how special he is, of course. But this book was so easy peasy. All you needed were the cards from that kit, and then the cards from the Memories and More kit. And I still have enough materials of the Cards and More kit that I can make another book for one of my other grandkids. I'll just have to buy another Memories and More kit. But all the detailed instructions for these 2 books and many more will be in that April tutorial. So I know, ladies, you're going to want to not only take advantage of the retirement and get the sets you still love, and get the things you still love on a sale price, but you're definitely going to want to use the Hostess code of a purchase of any price. Now, if you place $150 or more, please don't use the Hostess code. Be your own hostess. Get those benefits, and I will still send you the tutorial. All right, back to masking. So these little guys are so cute, and I have to admit, this is the first time I played with them. And I just kind of thought about the song, and I just wanted to stamp the images. And then after I stamped them, I thought I should have put some really cute waves behind them. They're just, you know, kind of out there playing, even if I color them in. So I want to show you how masking can take this plain card front and turn it into a piece of art. So what you're going to need is Post-it notes, your block and your stamps, a pair of scissors, and some ink. That's not too hard, is it? Okay, through the magic of television, I've already created a mask for the 2 bigger sharks, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how easy it is to make a mask for our little baby shark. We're just going to take some ink up the shark. Now, as you know, when you get a Post-it note folder, you've got a sticky end. Now, there are Post-it notes that are sticky all over. I like to collect sticky notes from businesses. When they give them away, I save them and I use them for just this purpose. But they're always usually just sticky at the top. So when you do masking, you're going to want to make sure that you put your image all the way to the top, so that when you cut the image out, the sticky part is underneath the image, because that's what's going to hold it on to our card. Now we're going to fussy cut, and if you don't know what fussy cut is, here's another back to basics. Fussy cutting is fussing around and cutting out an image. So here's my image, and when you're fussy cutting, a great tip is always keep your scissors on the outside of the image, because that way you can see exactly where you're cutting. If you try to cut from this side, you're actually covering up the image and you're not getting a close enough cut because you cannot see where you're cutting. So I'm going to follow this little image and cut into these little crevices here with what's nice about our scissors is they are really sharp to the end, so be careful. But you can even use the tip to cut, and just cut it really close. So that becomes our mask. Now when I stamped this stamp, I went ahead, I had already put the bow on, but had I thought about doing the masking, I would have masked the shark and then put the bow on. But I think once I color this image, so here's the 2 big sharks. We got Papa Shark over here, or maybe that's Grandpa Shark, who knows. And here's Mama Shark, and we're gonna just make sure that our images are covered up. All right, so now I'm ready to colorize that background. Let me just move a few things out of my way here and cover up my ink, because don't you hate it when you stick your hand in your ink pad when you're not using it? All right, so to do the coloring, I've decided to use a couple of our inks. And I think I'm going to start out with the lightest first, just to see if that's the color I want, and if not, I can go darker. And I'm going to use one of our new brushes. So this is a new way to apply color. It's very soft. It's like literally this is firm, and then this on the front is just soft, so soft. And so you're going to want to just hold it by the handle and get some ink. Okay, and I'm going to start, since I have a lot of ink on it right now, I'm going to start at the top of my card, and I'm going to apply the most of the ink now. You can do it in a swirling motion like I am, and I'm kind of doing that on purpose because I'm thinking that's what underwater is going to look like. Or you can do it in straight lines. You could bring it across and go like this. And you always want to have a paper underneath when you do this, because you definitely want to take that color all the way to the edge. Okay, let's turn this around so I can... Now I'm going to hold this mask down a little bit with my fingers. Make sure it's stuck down good. After I rubbed on it, the bottom of it moved, because it doesn't have any adhesive on this bottom, and I want to come around the bottom of the shark. So I'm just going to use my fingers to hold it down. Again, I'm taking the ink and just swirling it, because this is going to be a wavy situation here where we're under the sea. I'm not yet getting any like hard lines. I just want this background to be soft. And I just want it to kind of fade away at the bottom. So I think I'm going to stop inking my pad up and just rub it out, whatever's left on there, to the end, so it's a little bit lighter on the bottom. Okay, so there you go. You've got nice little color in the background now. So, and then you see we've got baby shark, daddy shark, and mama shark, and they're all ready to be colored. So, since you're with me, I'm going to show you. You want to make sure you rub off the remainder of the ink off your pad. You don't want to leave too much ink on there. And you can clean these between uses. You can dedicate one to each color family if you want to. It's up to you. When you buy them, they come in a set of 3. So you can buy several sets, or you can just use the same 3 over and over again. All right, so I'm trying to think of what colors I want for my sharks, and I know I want them all different colors. I don't want them necessarily be the same. So I think I'm going to take Papa Shark first with light smoky slate, and I'm going to use my blends, and I'm just going to color them in. And I like blends. They're very forgiving. They don't produce a lot of lines like some markers. You can see through the black, whereas sometimes when you use a marker, you just lose the image trying to color it. So I'm not trying to shade him as such. I'm trying to just fill him in. Okay, when I'm happy with filling him in, I'm just going to let him sit for a second. And then I'm going to come back and do a little shading in just a second. Okay, so there's Daddy Shark's first coat. In the meantime, I'm going to go over and visit another color here. Let me see. Sharks are kind of They're gray, but they can be a little blue and gray. So we're gonna use our license of artistry, and I'm just gonna see. I've not done this before. This is on the fly with you today, and I'm gonna see how it looks to make Mama Shark a little bit blue. So I'm using light Seaside Spray. Now this is one of our retiring in colors. These pens are still available right now, and they're only available through May 3rd. So if you put those on your April order, you'll be sure to have Seaside Spray in your collection. I am going to miss this color because I probably would have made this whole card Seaside Spray if it hadn't been retiring. All right, so there's Seaside Spray. I'm going to go back to Papa, and you know what? I like that Seaside Spray. I'm going to let Papa be a little blue too. I'm going to color his gills. When I color with blends, I'm going to color his eyebrow. I'm going to give his fin a little color on the tops because the light from the ocean is coming in from the top. I'm going to do that same thing to his head. I'm going to do that to his fin over on this side and maybe his fin on this side. But I like to just follow along with what the artist had planned. So there's Papa Shark, he's done, and Mama Shark, we're going to reverse that with her. We're going to go to the light shade of gray, and we're going to give her a little gray on her gills, a little gray eyebrow. I'm going to even highlight her little nose. I'm just run a little bit of gray around her. Not too much, but just so that we know she's really a shark. All right. She's got a little handbag that I already I didn't mask out, but I can just blend the color over that, and you're really not going to be able to tell. She's going to have a nice blue. I think I'm going to give Mom some eyeshadow here. Yeah, doll her up. She's got a nice blue necklace, just like Titanic. Maybe she's got the Titanic necklace. Who knows? Okay, so let's go to Baby Shark. What are we going to do with Baby Shark? Baby Shark, since she has the bow on her head already, let's try to give her a really bright bow. And let's try Magenta Madness. So again, she was not completely, that wasn't mass, but because blend so well, you are not going to be able to tell the difference that I didn't. But I could have masked it if I would have wanted to. So I just put light. That was light, believe it or not. And then I'm going to come back and put a little dark. Just a little bit. She is so cute. All right, and I think she's going to look like her daddy. So we're going to make her gray. But I'm going to go with the light gray granite for her. We did smoky slate for Daddy, but we're going to do granite for her. So she's a little darker. And it makes it so much fun to just keep expanding your collection of blends. You don't have to buy them all at the same time. You can just use the ones you have, and then maybe every order or so put another set on. I love it that we're going to have the new in colors. We'll all have pens this time. All right, and I think I'm going to give Papa a little color on his tummy. I think I'm going to switch back to the color that is of his body and just shade him a little bit. There's his tummy. Baby shark's tummy. And I think Mama shark's tummy are all going to be the same color. I loved it when coloring got to be the in thing for adults. My mother and my aunt used to actually color a long time ago, and then it kind of dropped out of sight as a craft. And of course, we love stamping. But so, what do you think? Do you think they need gray noses too, or should I leave it white? I like it. I like it just the way it is. So, if I wanted to, I could put those masks back on, even though they're already and because you can reuse these. And what I'll do now is I will put these away, actually put these away in my set. So, see all my stamps. And you will be happy to know that in this next catalog, you're going to see that this printing that's on the plastic is going to actually be on the case. So you will actually be able to put your stamps back right into the case on its photograph and not have to have this piece of plastic floating around. Alright, so I'll just leave her little mask in there. But I was just thinking that would be fun to make some waves. So this is another way that you can mask. And I'm going to take this and tear it to make my waves. And again, I'm using these Post-it notes that was a business advertisement, so I didn't buy these. So I can pretty much rip up as many as I want without feeling like I'm wasting anything. I'm just advertising for the Cash Express, I guess. Yeah, the Cash Express. Please, let's not do that. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, I've got Pool Party on there right now. I'm going to just, for giggles, just see what it looks like if I add a little Balmy Blue. Just a little. I'm going to bring this in here. Just put a little bit on there. And I want to start, I don't want to mess this up and just put a big blop of blue. So I'm going to try to work it from off the paper to on the paper. And I've kind of got this on backwards to do that. So I'm going to do it on the mask. Get that majority of the ink and then brush off. Brush off. Brush off. Let's see if that's going to work. Oh, yes, I think it is. So let's go this way. And there we go. That's going to work. This one I can come off the paper and go onto the paper. I don't want to put a big blob, but I do want to just make it look like maybe it's a little wavier than it was before. Yep. And here's a little blop that wasn't supposed to be there, so we're just going to make it be there by moving that mask. I must have like put something down there that wasn't supposed to be. So we'll just go ahead and drag that out. All right. I think we did good. I think I'm going to use a little bit of this blue yet down here at the bottom. It's a little bright. There we go. There. That changes it even more. Isn't that cute? So there's your baby shark. So that's all that is to masking. Masking just means covering up. We're all used to masking, aren't we? And that's all you need. Again, is the Post-it notes, the scissors, your stamps, some black ink, and you're all ready to make a mask. You can use your mask for stamping. You can use your mask for colorizing with the new blending brush. I think that was really fun. I really enjoyed that a lot. It's just such a relaxing technique. So I hope you will stop by my store. You will check out the retirement list and see if there's any other stamp sets like this one that you just have to have. And you'll take advantage of the price reduction on some of the items that are not going to be with us. And when you get my tutorial, you'll need at least 2 kits to create the 2 albums that I showed you. So I thank you for stopping by, checking out what's new and what's tried and true in the Stampin' world. I'm Trish Brunkart, your Stampin' Up independent demonstrator, and I always have time to craft. And we'll see you later.